Another mild day today after our heat wave, and we are tracking what could be some heavy rain. Today, we're also looking back on the historic flooding of 2024, exactly 1 year ago. Right now, we want to check in with Sean Cable, who joins us live from the Rapidan Dam. Hi, Sean.
Hey there, Stacy. Yeah, it's a first alert day today, and we are just 1 year from the big events here at the Rapidan Dam. Of course, the Blue Earth River decided to carve its own channel around the west side. The dam plugged up, and that was it. Things changed. The Rapidan Dam store, a lot of water flowing through. Yes, about 1 year ago today. In fact, take a look at some of this drone footage from last year. We were almost at 35,000 cubic feet per second. This was the second biggest flood to ever happen here at the Rapidan Dam area. And the water flowing through was over 70 times the average flow rate at the Rapidan Dam. And when all of that, the sticks and debris plugged up the gates, the river had nowhere else to go, and it blew a new channel over onto the west side of the dam. Of course, today things look a lot different. Take a look at this drone video taken just earlier, maybe a couple of hours ago, and you can see that there is a lot of change compared to where we were last year. The County Road 9 bridge is gone. The Rapidan Dam store is gone. Of course, it's back. The pie is still amazing, but it's in Mankato now, and there are a lot of decisions that still have to be made with what is going to happen on this part of the Blue Earth River. Right now, we're going to take a look at what happened here last year and the meteorology that led up to the flooding of the summer of 2024. Meteorologist Daniel Sawicki has more.
Hard to believe that has been a year since the historic flooding that impacted the region. Minnesota actually as a state had the fourth wettest June in history. Now we were impacted the most here into southern Minnesota. I'm going to go over everything and how the flooding came together. Now we got to go back to the month of May. We had some very high rain totals, anywhere from 6 to 8 inches here in Mankato. How about Algona, Iowa? Just over 12 inches of rain. Normally through the area, you get about 4 inches for the month of May. So we were about 2 to 3, even upwards of 4 or 5 inches above our average May totals. This allowed for the ground to start getting saturated, the river levels starting to get higher. But take a look as we headed into June. Many of us, we're talking 11, even upwards of 18 inches of rain by the time you head to Faribault. That was a significant amount of rain. But the big thing about those June rainfall totals, take a look from June 15th through June 22nd. That was when we had the most rain for the month of June. That's when about 12 inches of rain fell. Here in Mankato, we're going to take a localized look at this. We had just over 11 inches of rain. Now, this was pretty similar through much of the region. We more than doubled just in that week the average total for the month of June. But particularly, take a look at June 20th through June 22nd. We had about 8 inches of rain through the area. That is a big amount of rain. But now I'm going to look at the atmospheric setup. Basically, why we experienced all this rain in May, and especially during that time frame of June 20th through June 22nd. Now, this is actually the jet stream that we are seeing today. We had all that hot air moving off to the east. You can see the eastern half of the country. This is known as upper level ridging. To the west, looks like a U into the jet stream. That is an upper level trough. These low pressure systems, they ride that upper level trough to the east. You can see this low pressure system going to make our way into our area. Now, this upper level pattern, that was what we've seen a lot in the month of May, specifically in the week of June 15th through June 22nd. That pattern, it just got stuck. So at the surface, we had a warm front start to make its way into the area. As it moved north into June 21st, that stalled out as a stationary front. That put us in a prime location, rounds of showers and storms. June 21st, we've seen about 6 inches of rain here in Mankato. Many of us in southern Minnesota between about 5 to 7 inches of rain. This is not the location you want to be north of a stationary front. Again, that's where you see those training of storms. Now, as you head into tomorrow into Thursday, it's going to be a similar setup. We will have a warm front get closer to our area, stall out as a stationary front. That is going to leave us with rounds of showers and storms as we head into tomorrow, lasting through about Thursday evening. Now, there could be some localized flooding, about 2 to 4 inches of rain expected for much of the area. The difference, though, between the flooding event of last year, where it was more widespread, is that there was about 17 to 18 inches of rain prior to that week of June 15th through the June 22nd. So far this year, we're at about 5 to 7 inches, so widespread flooding does not look likely, but we could see some localized flooding Wednesday through Thursday. From the KUIC Weather Center, I'm First Alert Meteorologist Daniel Sawicki.
And the river is a little above average, but nothing compared to where it was here this time last year. But as Daniel mentioned, we do have more rain that is on the way. I want to talk a little bit about that. And it's not going to be a situation like we had last year, because as Daniel mentioned, we had already had 17 plus inches of rain prior to the week of heavy rainfall, and nothing close to that this year. But we are expecting some heavy rain.